our agents are only as powerful as the context and the data it has. So given how much context there is these days with SaaS, like what's been your general strategy for funding and sort of scaling a security ops program where you need all the data? Like, how have you done this in the past in a scalable way?
Yeah, I think about this a few ways. The context is really important. And I think getting some of this is the fundamental challenge of any fast moving company in particular. And I think it gets even more challenging when you're in a startup space where it's normal to experiment with different vendors and different solutions. And so, the number and like various quality of SaaS solutions that might be in a typical startup, it's going to wildly fluctuate. And so, how do you get all that into a place from a security perspective where you can reason about it, even with or without AI? And some of that is just kind of brute force of like, hey, we're going to onboard this new tool. Does it have an audit log? Okay, if it has an audit log, let's hook it up to our SIEM. If it doesn't have an audit log, how are we going to get some sort of signal from that to think about scaling our security operations around it? How are we going to do user access reviews, things like that? And so I think, automation and process goes some ways here, but also I think it comes into the human side of it, of building relationships with the folks that are buying these tools across every company, helping them understand what the security team cares about, what they don't care about, what are the data concerns that the security and privacy teams may have ahead of going through with a purchase, and then trying to work through those in partnership. And so I think this is really an area where education and partnership can pay huge dividends and speed that up and just kind of make the whole process better on all sides.